song choices that I have is How Great Thou Art and A Mother's Prayer by Celine Dion.
Kristelle will be singing How Great Thou Art.
Oh Lord my God, when I in awesome wonder consider all the worlds thy hands have made.
For A Mother's Prayer, I chose it because like it. Well, I'm not a mother, but like it reminds me of like. I think a lot of people, especially like mothers, can relate to it.
Throughout the universe displayed, then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art, then sings my soul.
Not just for their daughters, but only for like all their children, and like how they love their children, how they pray for them, and like all the time, and then they want God to like be a part of their life.
How great thou art, when Christ shall come with shouts of acclamation and take me home, what joy shall fill my heart. Then I shall bow with humble adoration and then proclaim, my God, how great thou art. Then sings my soul.
For How Great Thou Art, I actually just learned about this song when I was like looking for a song for the competition, so I haven't heard of it before. And then I'm like, when I first heard of it, I'm really like fascinated because of like how beautiful it is. And then I realized that the creator of the song is also like created by God.
So my Savior God, to thee, how great thou art, how great thou art, great thou art, how great thou art.
Which is like she's praising like how God is so good, like how great his creation is, and then like her creation is also so good, and I think like it all like interconnects at the end, and it's so beautiful.
Pray you be my eyes and watch her where she goes, and help her to be wise. Help me to let go every mother's prayer, every child knows.
To me right now, what God has done in my life is like all the miracles. Recently, I've been just like casted in a play in my school play, which is like I'm so grateful about.
Be safe. Pray she finds your light and holds it in her heart as darkness falls each night. Remind her where you are. Every mother's prayer.
For me, God is like someone who guides me in like every step in my life, even though sometimes, like, of course, I want to like be closer to Him. I want to like strengthen my faith, and I think those challenges, even though sometimes when you're in the challenge, you're like, it's so hard, like it's so difficult to be in here, but I feel like it's like something to make me like stronger and connect to Him even more.
Safe, lead her to a place, guide her with your grace, to a place where she'll be safe.
I like your stage presence. One thing I would say to work on though is, for me, is pronounce, like, if I don't know the song, that's how I'm thinking, is not over pronouncing it, but pronouncing your words. Like a little bit, not clear, but just like opening your mouth and bringing out the words. I like, to me, your stage presence wasn't like, we've seen a lot of robotic stuff. It didn't seem like that. It seemed like you were genuinely expressing yourself, but there's something about your voice. There's still room for improvement, but I'm sure you'll get there from time.
So I'll start with your first song. You know, the style you sang in the first song, when you started, I could hear the nerves. You know, there was some breathiness. If my voice was clear, I would belt some notes out for you to hear what I'm trying to explain. I like your tone. Your low notes, though, they're a little flat, right? You have a general, overall, nice tone. In the low parts, maybe because you're running out of air, they go a little flat, right? And nerves, there's always nerves as well. And then the transitions between your vocal production, for example, your chest voice, versus when you go to the high part, you know, to your head voice. That transition there is not clean, right? And again, this could be the nerves, right? If my voice didn't sound like I just ate a frog, I would be doing that for you, but to show you what I'm talking about. Hopefully, before she goes, tomorrow I can just kind of demonstrate what I'm trying to talk about here, the transition. This song, though, yes, you were freely expressing yourself, but there was tension. It was almost like there was tightness in your vocal muscle. So it was not letting it just flow. I pray you'll be all right. Versus, I pray you, like, it was not just flowing. So there was something there. Now, this is me with a cold. And I think, don't get me wrong, having a cold makes it easier to actually, I think, relaxes your muscle a little bit. So I have an advantage there. But that's what I'm trying to say is the tension when you're singing some of those parts and when you're transitioning. It's there in your muscle. Maybe with time, with experience, that would help. And then the nasal part. How can I explain this piece? I use nasal when I want to hit certain notes, really high notes, because it kind of like brings my vocal cords together and prevent them from splattering. But then when I'm using nasal, lead us to a place, that probably wouldn't sound great. You probably think, yo, SK, what happened to you, right? So, but there's a way you can use nasal that would also help your vocal quality. So I can't do that now because I don't want to embarrass myself, but trust me, when I feel better, I will do that. So yeah, good job overall, well done.
You ever seen Karate Kid?
Nope.
Okay, well you should watch Karate Kid 1, the very first one.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
And he's learning how to do karate. And at one point, they go paint the fence, right? And he's like painting the fence. And when he takes the brush and he kind of pushes it up. And then he takes the brush and he's like, oh, no, 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 no. And it's paint the fence. Like this. And when you're hitting the notes, it's your lead us to the place, right? It's not lead us to the place, right? Where I'm sliding up and hoping I hit it. No, you paint that fence. You own. So you're like pop, 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 right? Da 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 da, not da. No, it's do, and you're popping it. You want to hit that note. You want to own it. Pop, right? So, yeah, you got it.
Thank you, Tamara.